Okay, so this is probably the unit that gets requested the most, and this has been happening for like 2 years, so I know I haven't done this up until this point, but now we're going to finally do a proper showcase for this free-to-play Super TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Alright, so let's cover the stats and we'll talk about the unit itself. Again, this is a free-to-play version of Angel Goku. The reason why I never did this is because when the Dokkan Fest Angel Goku came out, I pulled him immediately, so there was really no need for me to get this guy. I mean, I have him. I've had him for a while, but didn't, invest the potential ores, basically. All right. So, leader skill list, tech type, plus 3 key, HP, attack, and defense, 30% increase. Super attack will cause supreme damage to enemy. The passive skill is a high chance of attack increase of 180%. Link's Golden Warrior, that is going to be plus 1 key, enemies defense minus 2000. Super Saiyan, 10% increase to attack. Kamehameha is 2500 to attack when SA is launched. Over in a flash, plus 3 key. Limit breaking form is attack increase of 2000 when SA is launched. Blazing Battle is attack increase of 15%. And finally, Fierce Battle is attack increase of 15%. So he's one of the few free-to-play units that actually has Fierce Battle. In terms of categories, a lot of categories this guy falls into. Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3, Pure Saiyans, and Goku's Family. For this video, I decided to do both the Goku's Family and the Super Saiyan 3 category. So you'll start off the video pretty much watching Super Saiyan 3 setup, and then we'll go into the actual Goku's Family. Now, 100% potential, you're looking at HP of 12,344, attack of 11,002, defense is 7,541. 12 Ki Multiplier is 135%. So again, this unit is, when it first came out, it was a phenomenal unit. And it still is to an extent. It's actually still pretty amazing. However, the biggest drawback and flaw to this card is the fact that the passive skill is a high chance of an attack increase of 180%. Not only is it not guaranteed as a passive, high chance pretty much equates to 50% based on some of the information that I saw online. So at the end of the day, it's still a 50% chance that you get that passive skill to activate. And let me tell you, the difference is substantial. It's almost like the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku in a way. The 12 key, I mean, it's not absolute shit, but it's definitely not great, by any means. And then once you get the 18 key, it's like ridiculous numbers. That's kind of the format with this Goku also. Like the without the passive, you're looking at probably in a region of like 500,000 in terms of attack stats, and then when you get that 180% applied, you definitely see the difference. I mean, you're talking about jumping up to about 1.4 million depending on the rotation and supporting units in the team, but yeah, I mean, that's probably the major drawback with this unit. However, at the same time, I think this unit could certainly be used in a lot of scenarios still to this day for the fact that, if you don't have the Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, I mean, this guy's a pretty decent unit to include. Obviously, there is a name difference compared to the other Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so you are able to run this unit with the other one. So, again, like on a Super Saiyan 3 team, even if Pure Saiyans, Goku's Family, if you really had to, obviously Majin Buu Saga and Resurrected Warriors also fall into it. Those are all categories that this unit could still certainly have a spot on, depending on how good your deck actually is. So that's really what it comes down to. In the broad scheme of things, I mean, it's definitely a good unit. Amongst the free to play, factoring in the 180% attack increase applied, it's certainly one of the best free-to-play units available. And we're going to exclude LRs out of this conversation, by the way, because LRs are pretty much in a league of their own anyway. So amongst like TURs that are free-to-play, I think this guy still holds up pretty well. So there's probably a reason why so many people requested this showcase over the last 2 years. I mean, it's probably because the unit itself is still pretty good as a free-to-play, and also you guys were probably curious how this unit does on all the other categories. Now, I thought about including all the other categories as well, but I figured I would just compile it to Super Saiyan 3 and the Goku's family. I figured that would, provide enough scenarios, I guess, to make your own decision as to, how this unit is. Now, I did include a few supporting type units, like the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku you see. Also does provide like a 25% increase to attack for allies, as long as they're tech and physical type. Bardock obviously provides a 40% increase to attack if HP is below 70%. Most of these units do have Fierce Battle, so definitely made sure not to miss out on that 15% increase to attack as well. Over onto the Goku's family team, and we'll cover that here in a second. Definitely did include a few units as well, like the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock unit, Super Saiyan Bardock as well. I think the other units are, of course, the Super Saiyan 3 Great Ape Goku. All these guys provide a pretty decent amount of support through their passive skills by increasing attack for allies. Bardock is 30%, the Super Saiyan 2 version, and then the Super Saiyan version provides 20%, I think. And then the GT Great Ape Goku provides 33%. So, various units are included on the team to really maximize this guy's potential. But, even without so, I think this unit will still produce decent amounts. And I did have rotations where you only included, the only units included within the rotation with them was like, for example, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then maybe like full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, something like that, to at least give you an idea what it's like without supporting units in the rotation. So, I mean, overall, again, this guy is definitely still very good, and I think a lot of people could still make uses of him, especially, new players. If you just happen to recently join into the Dokkan battle world, I mean, this unit, you can grind fairly easily now. It was a lot more difficult back then, but now it's fairly straightforward up until the point of the medal grind for the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku medals. I mean, that can be a little bit intimidating for new players, I guess, because it does require, what was it? I can't remember if it was 21 or 35. I feel like it was 35 medals for each copy. So in order to get this guy to 100% potential, you do have to make at least 5 copies. That way, you get the main one with the max SA, and then 4 extra copies to feed into the dupe system. However, you can do that way before that process itself. The problem for me was I already had this guy at max SA as a Super Saiyan 3. However, I never bothered going through the metal grind for the dupes because, I just simply didn't. So, it's definitely a lot easier because you can actually get a UR version of Goku after 2 or 3 awakenings, and you definitely want to feed the pass after that point instead of doing the difficult way, which is what I did, and waiting until Super Saiyan 3 and making all those copies. So it is what it is, but it wasn't, even with that in mind, it wasn't too bad. So hopefully you guys stop asking about this damn unit, because I feel like, honestly, I feel like this was the unit that was asked the most, or requested the most in terms of showcases. I used to get this, and I still do, time and time again about, seeing this guy at 100% potential, which makes sense now because it is first of all, free-to-play unit, and it is one of the best free-to-play units available in terms of non-LRs and TUR units. So, I can certainly understand as to why that was the case. I guess I should apologize for taking so long to do it, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the video and not disappointed with this Goku. Again, the biggest takeaway from this is the fact that the passive skill will only activate 50% of the time, and I tested this unit quite a bit. Various stages, various events, all types of enemies, and it ranges. Like, you can get the passive to activate like multiple times in a row, of like multiple rotations after rotations, and then you'll have runs where you won't see that passive activate for like 3 or 4 rotations. That's just how shit goes sometimes, but I think it would have been a lot better if the passive skill, instead of high chance, it was a very high chance. I think that would have made things a little bit more feasible and probably would have helped out this unit a lot more. But Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for much. I mean, at that time when this unit came out, this unit was very good. I mean, it was one of the best ones available at the time, and as a free to play, I think that really set the gold standard in a way. You know, I think after that, better units came out as free to play units. So we can all thank this Goku for kind of setting the stage for the future of Dokkan in a way. But again, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Again, this one took a very long time. I do apologize in advance, but here we are. We do finally have the 100% showcase of the free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching each and every one of these videos. If you have any suggestions, always feel free to let me know. I usually try and check comments as much as I can, so I'll be on the lookout. All right, I'll catch you guys later.